welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choirboyz Outdoors. Around my scab, I don't know what we got going on here with the seat. Now, if you're new to the channel, you know, or even in the past 2 years, this is the way we did a lot of our videos. I'm riding home. It's been raining. I was going to do the Spartan K-bar in Magna Cut. I really want to get that done. JR had sent it. And here's the whole thing. There are certain knives JR sends, like if he sends a box of knives, and he does that, I'd say once a month, once every other month. Basically, we've got it kind of now. When I finish a box, he'll have me one ready. There are certain knives, the Boosie, the Survive knives. Guys, those knives, he got in, the Spartan, he got in, looks at it, and sends it straight to me. When he sends a box of knives that, you know, that he's had for a while, I don't mind taking my time because I want to do the best job I can. When it's something special and it's something brand new, I want to turn it quick. Now, let me say this up front, and JR understands this, and I guarantee he's going to say, brother, take all the time you need. That's what he does. And I want everybody to understand this. I'm not like, well, I got all the time. I don't take advantage. That shit wears me out mentally. I'll be like, I got to get this done. But I'm not hurrying it because we're developing a relationship with Spartan Blades, with Curtis Iovito in particular. We're going to move that over into K-Bar. We're having John on from K-Bar. I think John is the CEO of K-Bar. He'll be coming on. So I want to take the time. I want to do the knife justice. I said all that to say there won't be a K-Bar video today or a Spartan K-Bar video today. I'm carrying today as my belt knife, my Tier 1 BC by Phobos, 4 operators by operators. I absolutely adore this damn knife. Eric sent it to me, and I love it. Now, I've got the Kakula, however you say it. I'll have to go back and watch the live and see how he says it. But look at that package, man. Phobos is 4 operators by operators. We had Eric Haney on from Phobos. Awesome guy, man. Awesome, and I hope I said his last name right. I've got a million things going on in my head. If I didn't, I apologize. Mr. Eric's been very cool to me. This is the Tier 1 BC Bushcraft. This is a Bushcraft knife in Magna Cut. But I've said all that to say I wanted to do a quick riding with Scab, kind of update you on some things, tell you kind of what's on my heart, get out of the way. I'm working on hollering at people. It's just, it rains every damn day in Florida. And people just lose their shit. And half of it's people that ain't even from here. They want to move down here and tell us how they did things up north. Nobody gives a shit. If it was so great, you should have stayed your ass up there and not on the roads wearing me out. Now, to all my northern brethren, love you, God knows I do. Sometimes you just got to stay where you stay. I don't come up there and tell y'all what to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little sermonette. And I guarantee you this asshole in front of me is not from here. He's just not. I may jump out of the truck and run past him. I could get home a lot faster. Well, there's that. All right. This is and I know I'll hear shit. I really, truly, honestly, if you could take the Hubble telescope and put it on its highest setting, and then got the foremost leading telescopist in the world to look through it, you still couldn't find the amount of shits I don't give for showing this knife. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to stab myself, so I'm going to show y'all this knife. This is my 0301 by Zero Tolerance. It was a gift from my son. I'm not going to post it. I sent Donnie a picture of it. I'm going to send Joe a picture of it. Hunter re-enlisted in the Alabama National Guard, and he's doing his 2 weeks of training. This is part of it. And there was a newspaper clipping of him getting something for outstanding performance during these 2 weeks. He just got a coin from a general, from his commanding general, for knowledge of machine guns a couple days ago, but this was from his command master sergeant, and I was so proud of him, I probably should have paid more attention, but I'm carrying this today in honor of my son. I'm proud of you, man. I really am. To go from where Hunter's been and getting where he's at, and Hunter is the exact opposite of me. I'll tell you everything, son. I'll tell you all about me. I don't give a shit. And part of it's self-defense. Now, Hunter don't say nothing about nothing. He keeps things close to the vest. Incredibly private person. So is Megatron. I'm just not. I'll tell you everything about me, son. I'll tell you every drug I've done, every time I got arrested. None of that shit matters to me. But, that's neither here nor there. So, Scabby, a little hyper today. I've been a little hyper. But here's what we're doing. I want to talk to y'all about a couple things. I'm on my way home now. And there's just no way I'm hurrying that review. That was the whole point. Golly. That was the whole point of that thing there. So here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow is Work Tough Gear Wednesday. I'm going to get home, go through the new knives Mr. Vic has sent me. I'm going to pick one out tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the love of God. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. we'll have our Work Tough Gear video. It's probably going to be the Sylvanus or the Carnivore from Eric from Outer Limitless. I'm waffling between those two. I love them both. It might be that Carnivore because I just did. Isaac Thiel's the designer of the Sylvanus, and it released Friday. So I may do the Carnivore. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm going to do a bunch of shorts tonight just to piss some more people off. But tomorrow's Work Tough Gear Wednesday, so we have that. Thursday, Donnie B All Day just did a video on his Jack Wolf knives, that gun stock and the Gunslinger Jack. I've got one. I'm going to do my video Thursday. That knife is dropping Friday, so I'll do that. And then Friday, what we'll do now, Friday I think I'm getting my grandson for Friday, Saturday, and then I'll have him on Father's Day. So when Caden's in town, when my grandson's in town, we just back up a little bit. There'll be videos, but that's not priority, man. I don't get much time with my grandson, and he's 8 years old, and he's getting to a point now. He loves knives. Now I've got two grandboys, Caden Hollis. He's the older. He's the one that's always with me. My other grandson's 3, Mac. Now Mac's probably going to come down for a week, and there's a reason. And one reason you guys don't see him is it goes back to Hunter and respect to my son. My son is their father, right? So he don't want them on social media. Then that's their dad, man. I'm not overstepping those bounds. It's not cute. It's not funny to me, and I want to respect that. The other side of it is this: there's so many morons out there that want to report you when a kid's on your channel. We've seen it with the Shredder. We see it time and time again. Hell, Lacey. I think they were talking about her, and she's a grown-ass woman looking like a kid holding a knife. She, bless her heart. And if somebody, I am just drawing a mental blank, but if you would shout out on Instagram, she's Lacey Lace. I don't know her YouTube channel. I've shouted her out before. I should have looked it up. But Lacey, she hadn't been able to post a video because of the kid thing. And she's a grown-ass woman. So that's the reason I don't show them. So let's cover a couple things real quick, okay? The other, this is a knife I love that I got a lot of compliments on, and people say they haven't seen it a lot. This is my Zero Tolerance. Now let me tell you about this knife. This is a Zero Tolerance, but it's an Emerson design. Let me get a model number. 0640. That's as long as I'm gonna look at it. Dude, the lines on this thing are just dope. Frame lock, absolutely. I bought this one, I think it was around $250 a couple years ago. Man, I love this knife. DJ put me a good edge on there. This is my Sunday go to meet knife, but here's the truth. You can do anything in the world with that knife right there. Anything in this world. So that's one I really like. I'm a big Zero Tolerance guy. I think I got 8 or 9 of them, and I love them. I've got the 0301 and the 0303. Those are my favorites, but I love that little one there. Listen, I want to clear up some things on this knife challenge. I'll show you another one while I'm driving. Super smart, super safe, my friend Z. I want to clear up something on the knife challenge. As I've been thinking about this, it's got to happen. We got to have a knife making challenge. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I'm doing this. I want to do this because I think it'll take the channel to the next level. I'm also the only channel stupid enough to take it on, right? People, there's already complaining. I ain't even announced the sumbitch and people are complaining. So here's the deal. And I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. The safe thing would be never to do it. Don't mess with it, Scab. You know, Neves ain't doing it. Metal Complex ain't doing it. Shazam ain't Shabazz Shazam. I no disrespect to that guy. I watched a couple of his videos. My point is, and I'm serious, he seems like a really nice guy. The bigger channels ain't doing it, son, because they got common sense. They don't want to, you know, they're going to play it safe. They work hard. Jared busts his ass, dude. I love that dude. He busts his ass, right? But old Scabber ain't got a lick of common sense, so we're going to bull on the head. But here's what we're going to do. Here is my vision. Let me just lay it out. Here's what I see happening. I want to have 2 divisions, okay? I want to have a knife-making division. Now, someone said, well, you know, only pros are going to get it. Well, that's not true. There are a ton of people. Captain Electro, BC Jerbs, other people that I'm not thinking of right now because I'm all over the place. I think I need to take my blood pressure medicine. Sometimes when I get a little flighty like this, that's it. But there's a lot of guys who do knife making as a challenge. My original vision was have a lot of the guys, have a lot of the subscribers that make knives, that dabble in knives. I think JC Owens does. There's guys that make and dabble in knives. My thought was, have them make a knife, send it in. It'll give us plenty of content. We can have a cool contest. And then I got to thinking, I need a good prize for it, right? I'm still working on that part. But I started reaching out. And then I thought, so we're going to do that. I am going to do that. Now, if I start getting a bunch of guys, like if, just off the top of my head, say, Jeremy Boulder Valentine got in, or, anybody else that makes a knife, Hornbeak, or if any of those guys got in, we will do 2 divisions. I want it to be fair. And let me say this. There are people in this community that I don't like. Okay? They don't like me. I don't like them. But let me say it here. Let me put my word on it. Let me put my hand on the Bible. With my hand on the Bible, on my son's life and my grandfather's grave, I don't care if I like you or don't. If we're going to do a competition and you want to get in it, I give you my word you will get a fair shake. Give you my word. Give you my word. You will get a fair shake. That's all I can do. Because here's the thing. If I don't let everybody in, then it's not valid. Right? If I get my ass on my shoulders and get my ego on my shoulders and get upset, well, I'm not letting them in, then it's not valid. Do I like them? No. Does that matter? No. I consider myself a pretty fair man. So I give you my word, and they know who they are. I don't get on here and call people out and all that shit. I'm not doing that. I mess with trolls and things like that, yes. But if I've got a legit beef, or if it's just, you know, sometimes people just don't get along, dude. It's not that I hate anybody or anything like that. There are just times you just don't like it. You don't have anything to talk about. My last job, ETM, I didn't fit there. They weren't bad men. I don't consider myself. It just didn't work, right? So for whatever reason, I wanted to throw that in. I don't know why. So we're going to have the knife making thing. Then we're going to do, and this is where it's going to get complicated, but hear my heart on it. We're going to do a knife design contest. I'm going to need at least a month to get everything out. First and foremost, there are going to be rules set in stone, posted on Instagram, on my community page. And for anybody, if you email me, and this is happening, Megatron's already set up a Choirboyz Outdoors knife making challenge email. So there's an email. So what will happen is, what I would like to happen is, you email me and say, Scab, I want in the contest. When I say go. Do not do it before I say go. What will then happen is I will send you an email acknowledging, hey, you are in, and I will send you the rules, okay? They're going to be set in stone. If anybody tries to bend them, subvert them, if there's any foul, you're out. Okay? I'm not going to make a big show of it. You're out. I'm not doing this. I'm not putting my time. I'm not, you know, because there's a lot to this, right? I'm fixing to be, the knife making challenge, I got to ship all the knives back. So there's a lot of money coming out of my pocket. If we do this, and I want to do it, I feel like we need to do it. I feel like we could change somebody's life with it. I'm being honest, and I'll tell you why in a minute. it's got to be right. And it's got to be down the line. It's got to be fair. It's got to be balanced. And here's the deal. I'm not having a ton of division. This is our first annual challenge. So I'm not, well, Scab, do that. No. If we get a lot of knives coming in, there'll be two categories. A pro. What constitutes a pro? Someone who does it for money. Okay? And that's just the way it has to be. And then we'll do the amateurs, people who do it for fun. Because I don't want people not to get in because they're like, well, Jed Hornbeak's in, I'm not getting in it. Or whoever is getting, Tim Ellis, Jeremy Boulder Valentine, anybody like that. I want everybody to feel like they have a fair shot and a fair shake. I do. So there will be that. The design part, here's what worries me on the design thing. Can I just be honest with you on this? While not everybody can make a knife or even wants to or has the tools or capacity to, everybody can do a design, right? So what we're going to have to do there is Andy Armstrong's already said he would be one of the judges, right, from Rosecraft. I'm going to ask I'd like to have between 3 and 5 judges. It has to be an odd number. I'm going to get a group of 5 people together. I'd like for it to be somewhat diverse. I'd like to have a lady on there as well. And ladies, if you want to get in this design thing, please do that. That's the thing, man. I want this to be fun. So we're going to set up what I've got to do to make this happen. We got to set up judges. We got to come up with rules. We have to have a timeline, right? We can't just run it forever. The prize for the design portion is this. You will become a designer with Carnivora. They will do a production run of your knives. Now, before everybody says anything, Carnivora was one of the hot tickets at Blade Show this year for the fixed blades. They got a lot of attention. Winkler come over. The guy from Dark Timber come over. Lynn Thompson come over. There are a lot of people come over and was checking them out. So what I envision is the winner of the design part, Carnivora making your knife. Don's even said he would consider featuring it next year at Blade Show. That's going to be part of the package. There's going to be so many people enter that I would like to get a couple more packages in place, okay? But I'm yakking and I'm talking in a circle. Good Lord, we've almost went 20 minutes. So my thoughts are these. I want to do it. I need about a month to start lining things up. If you have suggestions, if you have concerns, put them in the comments. Scab, I foresee this as a problem. And again, this is going to be the only channel on YouTube. Because here's the thing. Here's the deal. When the contest starts, depending on how many knives come in or whatever, a lot of my time is going to start getting eat up. I don't know how many actual knife reviews I'm going to do. Oh, real quick. For the knife making contest, I am going to do a belt knife. I've got to come up with the exact parameters, but we're not going to have all kind of categories. We're going to do one category this year, probably a belt knife like a bushcraft. Honestly, something this size, maybe a little smaller. And you're not going to get, if I say, hey, the blade has to be 3 to 6 inches, right? I need you to stay within them in those parameters, okay? I'm doing that for a reason. The big thing there, I think we should do 2 different fields of judging. And see, this is where this thing can get crazy. That's why I have to take my time. I have to do some organization. I think what I'll do is we'll have a fit and finish category. We'll put some judges together for that. I'll do the videos. Now, if we start getting 15, 20, 30 knives, I'll probably ask Donnie or Joe or another knife reviewer who's not going to be in it, ship them some knives. But what we'll do is we'll have 4 or 5 things. Are my hands dirty? Working man hands. I was loading steel up before I left. We'll do 4 or 5 things on every single knife. The videos will be about 7 to 8 minutes long. It'll be kind of a shit and get type deal. We'll judge function, sharpness, hot spots, build quality, and then fit and finish. That's my video. This is evolving. Please, you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying, Scab, I disagree with it. Listen, I've had a couple guys that put things in and then be like, man, I didn't listen. This is all a learning process, okay? I'm old enough. I'm thick-skinned enough. I need to hear as much feedback. I'm scared to death. I'm not like, ooh, this was a make or break thing. And inevitably somebody said, well, Scab, what do you get from it? Well, that's a fair question. I'm going to get content from it. I've been saying for 3 years, I wanted to do something. I wanted to put rubber to the road, and I want to help people. I see this. And guys, you'd be surprised at who watches this channel. So before everybody rolls their eyes, well, you'll be surprised at who watches this channel. And I'm talking about like for prize packages and stuff, okay? So, having said all of that, I want to put rubber to the road. I want to help people. But it's got to be right and it's got to be fair. Okay? Listen, I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I hope he does. I'm Scab, the dumbest man on the internet. I'm gone, son. Love y'all. Some of you.